Hey everyone, New12 here, and welcome back to VLR. Time to see what the hell's going on in this extra stuff. And then I'll go ahead and get the gold files out of the way, and then I think I'll be done. I think that's something to report on. Please don't pull up a gun. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured. For a moment I just stared at the TV. The roar of the static seemed to fill the entire room, until with a click it disappeared too. Had the power gone out? Hello? I heard footsteps behind me and turned around. You. It's Akane, probably. Yeah, hey, Akane. Akane?
どうやら計画の第一段階はうまくいったようですね。
What the fuck? You killed me.
殺した?
I guess technically you're going to kill me 45 years from now, but still.
ちょっとシグマさん、人聞きの悪いことを言わないでください。
You stabbed me.
私は殺してなんかいませんよ。あなたの腹部に当たったのはナイフの柄の方です。
I'm okay.
そうです。あなたとファイさん、お二人に危機感を抱かせるには、ああする以外になかったのです。
So you stabbed yourself? Me and Phi?
あの時はシグマさんのことについてのみ言及させていただきましたが、実際にはファイさんにも時間を飛び越えていただく必要があったので。
Why? She my sister or something?
さて、ところでシグマさん、あなたがこれから何をすべきなのかはもう分かっていますね。
I could come up with a couple things, but they're probably not right. We go to the moon?
そうです。出発は明日。シグマさんには我々の用意した宇宙船に乗っていただきます。そしてあそこにある3台の治療用ポットとともにリゾーム9へ。
Alice and Clover, right? What about the third one?
ファイさんですよ。ファイさんがコールドスリープにかけられたのはつい2日前のことです。
Okay, so she's not from like the future.
彼女は自分の足でここ私たちの組織のアジトへとやってきて自らと言っても、それは点 C から飛んできたファイさんのことではありません。点 A から点 D へと至る直前のファイさんだったのです。要するにファイさんもシグマさんと同じようなルートをたどっていると現在進行形で。
Then that means that after you froze her, the point C version of her jumped back into her body.
今はあのポットの中の肉体に収まっていることになります。これから45年間彼女氷漬けになったまま。
And when she gets to point B, her consciousness will jump to point A, right?
はい。
Huh. So that's why she didn't look old. So why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
それはできません。
Why the fuck not? Why
どう
not?
してってまだわからないのですか？あなたはこれから45年の歳月をかけて AB 計画の準備
I
をし
can
なけれ
crank
ば
one
なら
of
ない
those
ので
things
す。
out in like 10 minutes.
リゾーム9へ赴き、
At least give me
遺
like
伝子工
20
学や
years.
その他の学問を極め、
25 years.
カイルやルナやラゴモルフをあなたは生み出さなければなりません。カラードドアやバングルの仕掛けを作るの
Oh,
は
that shit's
もち
easy.
ろんあなたです。天明寺さんとクオーク君を呼び寄せるのもあなたが行います。そして全ての準備が整ってから2074年、あなたは解凍したファイさんの体を抱えて、そこで点 A から飛んできた22歳の意識に弾かれるようにして45年前の過去、2028年12月25日の肉体へと戻るのです。
And then I change history. Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting
そう
out?
していただかなければ困ります。
Oh, thanks. That's
すでにこの世界では何十億もの人間が亡くなっているのですから。
that is actually a fair point. You kind of don't have an option to fail.
人類を救うことができるのは
What about you? Aren't you an esper too?
私一人の力ではどうにもなりません。
Well, I can't do anything on my own either. That's what we're here for with the memories.
あなたたちの協力がどうしても必要なのです。
I like that there's one window in this entire fucking building. Or room. So what do I need to
どう
do?
すればというのは
Like, what specific actions do I need to take? When fine, I jump to point A, what are we going to
お
do
二人に
then?
は火星探査用のシミュレーション施設に入っていただきます。
After that?
わかりません。
Oh, thank you. Oh, what?
原因が不明なのです。あの施設からなぜラジカル6が漏洩したのか、そもそもどうして火星探査用のシミュレーション施設にウイルスが存在したのかも謎。
Oh, crap. Then we're
だからこそ
screwed.
あなた方の力が必要なのですよ。お二人には歴史や世界を飛び越える不思議な能力があります。それを駆使してぜひとも原因を突き止めていただきたいのです。作戦は困難を極めるでしょう。施設の中には数々の危機が待ち受けているかと思います。それでもお二人ならば必ずやそれらの危機を乗り越えてくれるものとし。
Wait. How do you know it's so dangerous?
67歳のシグマさんの意識からそのように伺いました。ウイルスの漏洩を防ぐことのできなかった彼、作戦に失敗した方の未来のあなた。
What did I
施設の
say?
中には数々の罠が待ち受けていると。
What kind of traps?
その罠から一人の女性を救うためにあなたはその腕と
What?
右目を
My arm's in my right eye? Oh god. What the hell? Suddenly a low rumble shook the building. What was that?
外を
A nuke went off? I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. Ah, a nuke went off. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly toward the sky. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. That is a lot shorter than I would have actually anticipated. I figured it would at least be like 20 minutes. End or beginning. Interesting. Interesting. Save that. Oh, Gollum's story, the point. The gist of Gollum's somewhat rambling explanation is that the center of thought doesn't necessarily have to reside in the body. In case of Gollum, the self clearly resided in the self-aware robot could exist this way. He theorized what would prevent humans from doing the same. If humans are actually being controlled by an outside force, then there's actually any such thing as free will. Interesting. It's a good thing to think about. Well, I just want to talk about my thoughts for VLR. I've read through some of the gold files. Not all of them were entirely important enough to completely read all the way through, because that would have been a little ridiculous, if you ask me personally, but I thought VLR was really, really good. I liked the way a lot of this stuff was handled. And I look forward to see how Zero Time Dilemma changes on that. How it will evolve or change things around. And I really look forward to seeing what the fuck happened in that little test zone. Because there's a lot of interesting things that can happen there that I'm not sure about. Akane kind of soft hinted that she was going to be there. Sigma and Phi is obviously going to be there. Because she said, I can't do it alone. Which it kind of soft hints that she's going to be there. If she's there, Junpei's probably going to be there. The rest are probably going to be unknown. I really doubt Clover and Alice are there. I think that would be way too many of a repeated cast. but I could see 2 to 4 of the cast returning as people we know. I really liked the way Kay was made. Actually, he was really interesting to me. I found him one of the more interesting little nuggets of details. Luna, she's just a little too nice for my taste, and that's just personal taste, I guess. But it was nice seeing that she kind of didn't go with exactly what she was programmed to do, which is nice. She had some form of free will and stuff like that, even if she's programmed to do stuff. And she shows true remorse and regret for actions that she did that didn't really think was the best. But that being said, she was a really sweet girl, and I do feel bad for her. Especially that she considers herself lesser than because she's just a robot. I think that's pretty sad. Fi is an interesting case. I really want to know more about Fi. There's not much about her that we know. We know that she's from current-ish day, from around the same age as Clover, I'd guess. But that's about it. And she can do space things. And Sigma, we got a lot about him, honestly. We got a fucking shit ton of stuff about him. Crazy amount of information. I loved it. It was really interesting that he was 0. I like that they pulled that at the end. And they really did hint at it a while. All of the CGs he's in, they never show his face. They at most only show a bit of his arm. Really well done. I think that's a fantastic way to sell that even more if you're not paying attention. And something I really didn't notice until more of the elevator stuff, because it would always show like, oh, he's on the ground pinned looking at it and other stuff like that. They would never show his face. Holding Dio, it would only show his arm. Things like that. Only his chest when someone was crying and hugging him. It was stuff like that. It's a really clever way of doing it. And I like it. I appreciate that. Dio, I'm glad I never liked him to begin with. He was just a piece of shit. Tenmyoji, he was still just a dick the entire time. Like, I understand he wanted to save Quark and all that, but he was still a dick about it. Because there are a lot of times that he's just screwing me over and not doing it for Quark. And I think it's a really not stupid, but a really not well thought out plan to get Quark to 9 and then just send him out into the wild and be like, here you go, buddy. We could be in literally the middle of nowhere with no civilization nearby for the next 100 miles, but hey, at least you're out of here from a killer. I mean, he's just gonna die. Like, I just think he's thinking too short-term. He's not understanding that we might not be in a city. He of all people should know that these places aren't exactly in populated areas. If it's a car, he can't drive. He's like 9, 10, 12. He can't drive. So it's a good character that he cares that much about it, that he's not thinking logically. Then that shows how much he actually cares about Quark. So it's really well writing. But I still can point out that it's a flawed thinking, of course. Clover, of course, I loved her. Obviously. What's not to love about her? Her character as well, she doesn't pick the most logical answers, but it shows the depths of feeling she has for Alice and those characters. With the way she changes her attitude, her talking, when bad things happen. When she's betrayed. It's stuff like that that really sell her and make her much more unique than if they kind of just had her as a bland character. I liked it. I like that. Expectations for Zero Time Dilemma. I expect a lot more time jumping. A lot more. Because Sigma's going to be the dude from 45 years in the future. He's going to know how to use his little time jumping powers way more effectively than he does now. Because right now it's kind of randomish. He needs a high peak of stress. I'd imagine after 45 years of having that concentrated and put back into a normal body, he's going to be amazing at it. And being able to do it nearly at will, probably. They'll watch him be like, oh, I got amnesia. I suck at it now. Please don't do that. What else? Well, I expect the series to come to an end somehow. But there's got to be like some major twist I'm not thinking about. Like probably Phi's like Sigma's brother or sister or something. I could see that being a twist. I could definitely see them being related. Because they have the same kind of powers. So maybe they have to have some form of connection that way. Because at least with Akane and Junpei, they just had a really, really strong bond. I don't think that's going to be the same kind of bond. I don't think they'd pull the same kind of thing with two people. I think it's going to be a more familial bond. Brother, sister. I really doubt, like, dad. Because that's fucking with timeline. And that's really hard. And I really doubt mother because he's from the future. I mean, if you really think about it, technically, he's got 45 years. If he lives long enough, he could probably... I don't know how they'd send her into the past. It could probably work. I'd really doubt it. I'm going to say that they're brother and sister. More than that, I think that's way more logical and way more likely to be the scenario. So I'll just assume that. I expect to see Clover's brother at some point. Snake is somewhere out there. He could easily be left. I think there's a really, really strong case of circumstantial evidence to point to Snake and be like, there's a really strong possibility that it's him. I think it's possible. And that would be a really, really good twist. I would like that. I would appreciate that. Because you kind of ignore him for most of this and then just bring him up in the third one. I think that's really good. I think that would be... I'd really enjoy it, and I'd really love it. But I think that's probably about it. I actually anticipated going a lot longer than this. I didn't think the gold files would be like, here, this is what an A-B room is. At this point, it's kind of like, I could skim through a couple of them. I kind of did, but I kind of just really wanted to get into Zero Time Dilemma, to be honest. That's what I really want to get into. And I'm really, really excited to it. So what I'll do instead, I'll get this out tomorrow. Zero Time Dilemma, that is. 2 new series, back-to-back days within a 48-hour period. I think that's a pretty good way to start February. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support through 999 and VLR at this point. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure to like the video if you did. Leave a comment down below about what you enjoyed about this game. And is an improvement over 999 or not. What you didn't like. Your favorite character. Let me know that too. I think I'll see a lot of Luna and probably Phi. I could see a lot of Phi fans. Probably Luna though. I'd still probably say K or Clover. I really liked K. He was fun. As much as he's like this kind of robotic thing, I like the way he was used. I think it was really well done. I liked it. I like the clone aspect and keeping that hidden for a really long time. Really well done. Can't talk enough about it. But I think that'll be good. I think that'll be all for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And stay tuned for his VLR. VLR. Zero Time Dilemma that starts tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.